Decisions with Jess Goldsmith.
It's time to make some decisions.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Making Decisions. My name is Jess Goldsmith and this is the show where design decisions need to be made and I will not be making any of them. You guys will along the way. The audience will be helping me figure out what everything is going to look like. Today's episode, I'm really excited about this. I'm showing you guys how I make my own fonts in Adobe Illustrator using type specimens. If you haven't heard the term type specimen before, it's what it sounds like. It is a specimen of type, usually like a photo or a scan of something like really old that was used with like lettering, typography, written out, whatever, and now I can like take that piece and create an entire font out of it. Let's see how the chat's going. Jamie's here, Jeffrey's here. Hi Cody, thanks for being here as always. Oliver is here, Carol's here. And cool. Can you guys drop in the chat where you are tuning in from? And Cody, I know it's a bit early in the show, but I forgot last time. So if we can get a poll going up on what you guys want to see for next episode, Illustrator, 3D in Project Neo, or Photoshop. Let me know. AD is here. Hey, baby girl. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have people from all over. We got the UK. I know we got New York. I know we have Canada. Phenomenal. My bed in Manhattan. Yes. Amazing. Jeffrey. Yeah. I know you're from New York as well. Woo. I'm going to switch on over to Adobe Illustrator. So these are some of the fonts that I use for my own personal use that I've created. I've made every single one of these. They're not available anywhere, but maybe I will make them available at some point. All of them are either created from type specimens or they are created from my illustrations. Like I'll illustrate the letters out or I'll do the lettering of the letters. Oh, and I just realized that I am not in the frame. Give me 1 second. Where did I go? Whoop. There I am. Amazing. Okay. Whoops. I don't know where the camera went. We might have to use this one. I'm not sure where the camera went. Okay. Well, we're just going to be on here and you guys will listen. I have disappeared. Okay, so yes, I created all of these, and let me show you guys an example of what a type specimen is. So I downloaded all of these from the, what is it called, that library? It's whatever, it's the it's the world's library, everything's royalty free. Once I remember it, you guys, I will tell you, or I can Google it. Sorry, I'm just really thrown off by not being able to find myself here, and I think it's because let me make sure. Application capture. Let's try. Sorry guys. Whoops. We are having some technical difficulties today. Okay. I think we're getting it. Okay. I still have disappeared, but you know, it's fine. I think it's fine. Whoop. All right. Anyway, so these are type specimens. Sorry, everybody. Yes, Internet Archive. Thank you, Jeffrey. These are type specimens that I've gotten from the archives, and except for this one, this is from a sticker sheet of mine. So let's see how the poll is going. You guys are really into Illustrator, which I don't mind. I love Illustrator, obviously. I am in it all day, every day. Carol is in South Florida, and the iguanas are among us. Amazing. Cool. So while you guys are still voting, I would love for you to choose a couple of phrases for us to do, because realistically, I'm not going to be able to do the entire font, but if I do like 14 or 13 characters and I can write these phrases out, I think that'll be a lot easier and a lot more fun for everyone. Let me move this over here. So let's see, we got 12 votes on Illustrator. You guys, I'm a little bit disappointed because I love Project Neo and it just isn't, you guys don't seem to be in love with it the way that I am. I'm still trying to figure out this thing, with the video. I don't know where I have gone. Okay, we will figure that out at another date. Oops. Okay. So yeah, let's end the poll at Illustrator. And Cody, if we can get another poll up for these 4 phrases. Graphic design is my passion, making my own luck, spinning wheel of death, or Control plus Z is self-care. We'll get those up. And while we are doing that, I'm just gonna get rid of this. And it was gonna be so much easier for me to create type out of this sticker that I made, but I feel like it'll be more challenging and kind of more exciting if I do one of these. Let's do with Riders in the Night. I'm going to just copy this and crop it. So we're gonna start off with that. So what I do, well, there's 2 ways of doing it. Let's hit apply. Riders of the Night. We'll make that a little bigger. I'm gonna make a copy of this. The first way that I can do it is just hit image trace and then do, whoops, silhouettes won't work. Let's do 3 colors, see how that comes out. No, don't like that. Let's go black and white logo. Okay, amazing. So you could see here, like, yeah, obviously you have the letters, but they're very rough, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna delete. Hey, Ryan. Hello. And I'm going to just start tracing out the shapes of these letters. Whoops, and let's change the color so we can see it better. Let's make it blue. I'm using the curvature tool for this. Well, a mix of the curvature tool and the pen tool. If you know me, you know I'm not a fan of the pen tool. It is what it is. So here, we already have the R. Let's see. Okay, it looks like graphic design is my passion is winning by far. Oh, wait, maybe it's not. Let's check. Control Z is not far. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, we have 8 votes. Can we end it? Can we get it to 13? If you guys were around for the episode of Making Decisions live in the studio. Yes, I know my camera is off. I don't know how to get it back on. There's an issue with it. I can try while I'm on here, but I don't want to ruin everything for everyone. Or maybe like add source. Let's see. Let's try to redo this. Video capture device. We can do. Sorry, everyone. Okay, we have this. I'm working on this myself. Okay, this is not ideal, but we are doing it. Okay, I'm here. Amazing. This is my living room. Cool. Okay, we fixed it. Control Z is self-care. Oh no, I want 2 more votes, even though I think Control Z is self-care is gonna win. So these are the letters that we are gonna need. We're gonna need CONTRL, the plus sign, the Z, and then all these. So we have the R. And the way that I usually do this if I'm creating a full font, there she is, hi. If I'm creating a full font is, oh, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Hey, don't do that, thank you. Today is just the opposite. So something about me when Mercury is in retrograde, I was born during a retrograde, so everything goes really well for me. But I have a feeling that Mercury is not in retrograde, or it just ended, and now everything's going crazy. And right before this episode started, there was insane traffic out there as well. Wow. It's going nuts. All right. So the way that I would usually do this, if I'm creating an entire font, is find a specimen that I like with as many letters available as possible, and then I build out the letters that aren't there with the existing letters. So let me give you an example. The I, pretty straightforward. Whoops. And there's just like a tiny little foot on the bottom, and I think there are on the bottom of all of them, but maybe I'll just keep it on the I only. Okay, and I want to give it a little curve. Oh, what's going on there? Whoops. Huh, it's not letting me curve it. It's okay, I'm gonna leave it like this for now. And now I have kind of like a base for the rest of my letters. If I wanted to draw an R out like this, if I wanted to do a D, an N, like an I is like a pretty great way to start off with. I do want to make this a little bit wider. Whoops, maybe not that wide. And let's see what else we have. We have the C. I can use the G for that, or I can use the other side of the R, or the other side of the D. I think that makes more sense. The N we have the T, L will be easy. Okay, so let's start with C. And the way that I'm going to do that is by tracing out this D, even though we don't need it, but if I turn this into a complete font, I will need it later on. Whoops. And let's do that, and this. Great. So we have this. The only part that I really need for the C is over here, and then obviously it's backwards. So let's just cut that out by creating this rectangle and rounding it off. Rounding it off like that. And then I will make this line. You guys are like, that doesn't look like a C. Guys, I know, don't worry. What I'm gonna do now is just whoop, whoop, whoop. And now we have not quite a C yet. You know why? Because we need to transform it and reflect it, and now we have a C. I'm not thrilled with what this looks like, so I'm gonna round off that corner and I'm gonna fix this up over here. I'm gonna delete these points. So let's get rid of this and line those up. Okay, I feel good about where we are with this C. Amazing. I think maybe I want it to be thicker up top a bit. Yeah, I like that. Alexa's in retrograde. How many images do you typically source for a full alphabet, or do you get lucky and find one? To create a full alphabet, if I want it to...
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh my God, she won't stop. Carol, it's funny. Okay, let me get on my first question. I try to only use one image or multiple images of like the same signage because I do want it to look the same. So sometimes it's one, sometimes it's a few, but I want it to be like all uniform, obviously, if I'm creating a font. Carol, I will be using Fontself in this episode to make this font happen. So I am glad that you asked. Fontself is a third-party plugin that I use to create my fonts. Okay. Whoops. There. Okay. I'm not in love with what this looks like, but I don't really hate it either. I kind of like that it's not perfect, but I can fix it later. Let's move on to the N. So we have this, and I'm like, oh, that's too thick. No worries, actually, because I could just go like that, and then I can go like this, and then I can go like this. And now, easy peasy, I have an N. I do want to remind everyone that the images that I'm using to reference for this are royalty free. It's from the Library of Congress. That's what it was. Don't do this with other people's work. Let me be very clear about that. Okay, and that looks funky in not a good way. So let's just get rid of that. Bring that down. Okay, great. Cool. We have this. I'm just gonna group that together. And I feel like maybe this end needs to be a little thicker. So let's add a stroke and then like, let's bring down, yeah. Whoops. Huh, I don't know if I like that. Okay, that's fine. Great. No, just kidding, I don't like it. Let's make it a little less. Whoops. Okay, I'll fix this up here later, but I prefer it like this. CNT. Let's see. Late to the party, but you made it. Penny, thank you for being here, but I gotta tell you, all that you missed was my technical difficulties, so you are good to go. You are fine. Okay, I'm not gonna bring it down, actually. What I'm gonna do here is turn that to the side. Whoop. Why'd I do that? I could just do transform, rotate, 90, great. Make this smaller. Oops. And I'm gonna cut this off here. And let's see if I can rotate it properly, like this. 180. Oh, it looks like, oh, wait. We have 20 votes and graphic design is my passion 1. Here's the thing, you guys. I already started on Control Z as self-care, but it looks like we have significantly more votes. So I'm gonna try to have enough time that like I can make a font and then just use both of them. But like, we'll see. I don't know if that'll be possible. Okay, this is a little too tall. So let's bring that, woo! Let's bring that down, and then we could bring this down. How does that look? Does this look right, chat? I think that looks okay. And then L will be very easy. We'll just turn this around. I keep doing the thing that's not helping me at all. Glad I can still make decisions. No, Ryan, Penny did not miss all of the good parts. I'm going to end the poll. And I'm going to hope that we can get to graphic design as my passion. Okay, we are creating the L. So let's do transform, reflect, horizontal, amazing. And we have that. Maybe I should do that for the eye when I eventually do it. Why do I keep... I'm just so insistent on not doing this the right way. The rotate. And then I keep getting it wrong. Okay. Let's do this. Ooh. We're gonna get rid of that. Amazing. And bring this out. So I want to, okay, let's bring this down. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, I feel better. And you know what? It's a little bit warm in here. Maybe that's why I'm freaking out. New York City Library also has a large amount of public domain collections. Amazing. Posting all poll results in the Making Decisions Discord channel. Yes, if you guys are not on the Discord channel, you should get on there. If you have like suggestions or questions that you want to ask me, you can pop in there, or you can hit me up on Instagram at Chick of All Trade. Okay. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Woo! That was hard. I'm just going to leave those in pieces for right now. It shouldn't have been hard. And then I really don't like how this C came out. I'm going to have to redo this. Maybe I'll use the G. Let's try that. Let's try using the G for that. Okay. Are props used in film that is a great question, and let me tell you why I know the answer. One, a lot of people don't know this about me, but sometimes I do like set design stuff for commercials, not movies though. And yeah, a handful of times like I have to like create the signage and whatever. But the way that I started getting interested in creating my own fonts from type specimens is that I took, it wasn't a course, I think it was like a seminar from Letterform Archive, I believe. And they had somebody come in that does props and things like that for movies. And yeah, she creates her own fonts from type specimens. It's really cool. So yeah, movies will typically make their own props, especially if it's a large, expensive feature film and not like an indie film. Indie films probably do it too, just on not as much of a detailed scale. Okay, I think I can live with this G. Can I though? Like, what's wrong with it? There's something going on here that I'm like not into. Is that it? Do these have to be even? What is... There's something off. There is something off here and I can't figure out what it is, but I don't think I have enough time to figure out what it is. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's hit simplify and see if that helps. Actually, it did. Great. I'm glad that the tools that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then I'm gonna see if I can just like cut this off in the middle. And let's flip it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Transform, reflect. I think that could work if we fix it up a bit. Oh, MG wants to know, what will I name it? That's a great question. I mean, I can name it Riders of the Night, right? Oh, Kyle says use the ellipse tool. You're not wrong, Kyle. You aren't wrong. Penny says get it together, letter G. Letter G is I think it might be my favorite letter actually, but this one's just, I don't know, now that I look at it, I think I like it better. And Jeffrey, or they call us, I work in costume prop shop. Yeah, costume prop, definitely. Well, that's cool. It'll be interesting to see how they decide which typography to translate the era of the film. Yeah, the person that was, I really wish I remembered her name, but the person that was giving the seminar, she said that she went to museums and looked at old archives and stuff like that to get an idea of what the era, the design, to get an idea of what the design in that era. Wow, words are hard. Do these match up? I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm having a weird day, but I'm glad that you're here with me to be weird with me. Okay, I feel good about this C. And then there's something wrong. What is wrong? What if I grab, okay. What if, hear me out. What if I get rid of that? Like, is this the problem, just that it didn't have the little thingy? Does that help? I think that might help. Oh, I ruined it. Great. I think having the thingy helps. And I'll just make that a little wider. What are these called? You would think I know what things are called, right? As if that's my job or something. It is. Okay. Maybe make that a little wider. I think this is helpful. Which era has the best typography or design to you? That is Kyle. Yes, thank you. That is also a really good point. The C will overshoot the baseline. I will explain that in a second. And Crazy VIP 101. What era has the best typography? That's so hard because there's so many. Man, I don't know. I will try to have that answer for you by the next episode. I can't promise it right now, but I will try by the next episode to have an answer for you. If that's fair. Okay, let's leave this. And okay, so Kyle was saying Kyle said that the C is gonna overshoot, or I guess like undershoot the baseline. The baseline is just the baseline where all of the letters sit. I'm sitting here being like, ooh, the C has to be even. The C has to be even with the baseline. It actually is supposed to go a drop under the baseline. But I do want to note that when I create my fonts, I don't want them to be perfect. I know I'm sitting here like trying to perfect certain pixels and things like that, but I do want them to be like kind of imperfect. I think like that's part of the fun in it. But if I'm going official, then yes, it should be below baseline. We have to do the O. Art Deco for me. Jeffrey, I gotta tell you, I hate Art Deco. I hate it. I'm happy for you and I respect you, but I don't respect Art Deco much, and I'm sorry. Okay, let's try this for the O. Again, I just can't. Arrange, transform, reflect, vertical. Okay, we're gonna see what we could do here. Probably gonna use the shape builder tool, one of my faves. Also, how was everyone's weekend? Mine was nice. Just wanted to know how you guys felt. Okay. I feel good about this. Okay, cool. So let's see how this. Nope. Even the architecture or just the Art Deco type? No, I actually don't care for the architecture very much either. It's like, I love Miami, but I don't love the Art Deco of it all. I just don't care for it. It's just not for me. Sorry everyone. I am going to get this spin done right before the end of this episode. And just so you know, I usually can do it by eye. Oh. And it's just like one of those things when someone's watching you, you're like, oh, I can't do it right. You know what? Just to annoy myself, I'm going to keep it uneven. Okay, Control plus Z. Let's see what we can. I think we can use the N as a Z starting point. Just flip it on its side, right? Oh my God. Transform, rotate. Okay. So flip it on its side, and then obviously it's going to be a little different. I think this will come in more. So let's get rid of that. Okay, and then I think you could go like this. Ooh. Oh, maybe not. Maybe yes, though. Perhaps. Okay. I think this is not it. Whoa, that's not even close to being it. Let's try that. Oh my God, why? Okay, transform, reflect. There we go. Let's see. I know that I need to like cut off this part of the Z. Like it's just not doing anyone any favors. So let's get rid of that. Whoops. And how does this look? There's something off. Something isn't right. Is this pushed too far out? Or is this pushed too far out? No, it's not. Huh. What a sad day. Art Deco is amazing. Listen, I think I'm really like in the minority here of people that don't like Art Deco. Most people do. I don't understand it, but that's fine. That's fine. You guys can love it. It's okay. Do you spat on Chrysler buildings as you walk by? Okay. I actually do like the Chrysler building. It's beautiful. Wait, I'm sorry. I think we might be talking about two different Art Decos. Are we talking... There's Miami Art Deco. Or is that different? I don't like the Miami Art Deco style. So I just want to be clear on that. Let's do outline stroke, and then we can get rid of these extra points. Okay. Yeah, I don't care for the Miami Art Deco style. I guess, like, it would also be Art Deco style, but, like, the Chrysler building type of vibe, yeah, I like. In architecture, but not in design. Art Deco exposure therapy. Thanks, Penny. Oh, Jeffrey says, enjoyed the woodblock printing of a Gutenberg apprentice printed book. That's pretty cool. Jeffrey went to the Met Cloisters this weekend. What did everyone else do? I went to my in-laws. It was very nice. We had a great time. Okay, Control Z. How are we on time? Oh, we're good on time. And then we have the eye. I feel like, whoops. I'm gonna duplicate that. And you know what? Fine, whatever. I learned my lesson. Control Z is, and lucky me, the S is already done. I find S's hard to kind of like vector out when I'm creating a font. Whoop. Okay. Whoops. All right. Oh, and my phone is supposed to be on silent, and it isn't. Oh, it is actually, but for some reason it's still buzzing. Okay. Even with having the guides, I feel like making an S like this is a little bit harder for me, but that's fine. We got that is, and I think I do want to have it a little bit thicker. So yeah, I'm gonna add that on, make some adjustments. Okay, what are your thoughts on doing this? I feel like that looks much better actually. Cool. Great. Thanks for making decisions with me. Fontself is the best plugin for Adobe Illustrator in my opinion. Yeah, same. Not sponsored, not an ad. I just like using their stuff. Although, maybe I'll hit them up to do some of that stuff. Let's do simplify. Nope. See, I wanted it to be simplified in theory, but not the way that it did it automatically. Ooh. Also, are any of you guys gonna be, or is anyone in London that's watching right now going to London Max? I am not, and if you are, I'm so jealous, but also hope you have the best time. But also, it's online for free, which is really cool. And I'll probably watch a couple of sessions there. Okay. I'm gonna leave as is, so we just have time to figure everything else out. I'm gonna like actually backspace quite a bit. And I'm also gonna take this stroke off there. And we'll leave it as is for right now. Is self, so we have the S, we don't have the E, we have the L. Whoops. And I think we can probably make the F from this, right? So transform, reflect, perfect. Could bring this out quite a, whoa, what the heck happened there? What is going on? That is not the way that it should be. Okay, we're gonna drag this out, and then we're gonna make another one and just bring it in a bit, and we're also going to make it just a little bit thinner, or quite a bit thinner. Oh, and you know what? That's your E. Perfect. And we're going to transform, reflect, amazing. That's the E. Okay, cool. So we have self. I think I want to bring the L out a little bit more. Oh, again with this weird thing. Wow. Don't care for that. Bring these points in and drag that a little. Okay. Whoops. And now we have self. So we have the C. We don't have the A yet. We have the R. And we have the E. I think what I would like to do is make an A looking similar to this. So have this go all the way down. Let's see what I can do with that. Oops. Okay, okay. You know, it's looking all right. Let's see if we can bring this in. Nope. Okay. That could work. Are these all even at the bottom? I think that they are. But this even, this is not even here. And maybe this has to come down a bit. No, there's something off. Okay, these two should be even. And then I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. And this is gonna be the A. Are there any tools we could use to create fonts in a procedural way? By that I mean draw the difficult S and make sure it's consistent thickness and other properties to the rest of the alphabet. So yeah, I mean, I'm creating, in case I'm not sure like when you came in, Justice, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, I hope I am. I'm grabbing font type specimens and creating from that. But if you were creating it by yourself, just off the top of your head, the way that I would do it is start off with the easier shapes. So we have this, you can create the N from here, you can create the T, you can create the F, you can create the R, and then I would take the curve of the R or the curve of the D, honestly, make a D, and then like use that as the same curve as the R, use that the same curve as the G, but backwards, and like I did with the C. This is just kind of like my own way of figuring things out, which is not, I don't want to say like this is like the way to do it, because I'm kind of just playing with this. Okay, Control Z is self-care. Great. What I want to do now is make sure that these are all grouped properly. Like, okay, great. Well, how do we make it a font? So glad you asked. Let me just connect all of these together. This, make it one. Oh, gotta fix that up there. Whoops. And I think, nope. Fix that. Fix this. I always say fix, like it's fixed. It's done. It's good. Okay. Oh, just as you came in pretty late. That's okay. This is being recorded. So now I'm going to help because that's just easier for me to find it. And I type in font. I'm so sorry about the noise outside. I live on a pretty busy street in New York. Font, I'm going to type in Fontself. And then it's going to say extensions, Fontself Maker. I click on that. Great. All I need to do is grab these. I'm just going to show you a few letters at a time and drop them in. Any character. Oh, I should have made them black, but we can fix that later. So I'm going to type in what letters these are. So we have the C, the T, the N, the R, the O, and the L. If you look closely at the L, it's not exactly at the baseline, and if you see here, the C is right below the baseline. Great, so we have those. Can I change this? Whoops, I'm just gonna leave that. It's gonna be a color font, which by the way is also something that you can do, which I think is pretty cool. Then I'm going to bring in this, any character, blah, 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 and the plus goes in the middle. So you're adjusting the height accordingly to what it is. We got the Z. I need to fix this. This is killing me. Oh my God, Jess, what did you do? What did you do? What the heck happened here? OMG. I'm just gonna put it in as is for right now, but like you can see this bottom line is completely uneven. Great typography, siren going off in the background. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. We got Z. Whoops. Oh, that's lowercase. And do we have is? No, we need the I and the S. So let's make sure that those are the same and put those in here. We have I, we have S, and then we have the E, we have L, we have F, we have C, yeah, we have A, whoops, and then we had E. So we don't need to put all of these in the way that I would do it if I was creating this just as a font and not specifically for, I keep looking at the wrong camera, and not specifically for this project. I would just have A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the way till the end of the alphabet. I'm not going to recite it, but I promise I know the whole alphabet, and then all of the glyphs and the numbers and all the little signs. We have that and this. Let's make sure that they're all on the same line and bring them in. Okay, we got E, we got F, we got A, and cool. So let's save it, right? What are we calling this again? Riders of the Night. Should I make this available to sell? Do you guys like it? Prove you know the whole alphabet. No, I won't say it. We hit OK. Riders of the Night, OTF, save. Okay, great, amazing. But we could go to Smart, and I go Smart space and Kern. So it'll do it for you. Now, let me see here. How do let me go to Fontself. Okay. You guys can't see on my screen right now, but I am, keep both, okay. I don't know if it installed. I think I installed it. Yep, there we go. So, okay, wow, we don't have all the letters, but we can do Control Z is self-care. And, you know, you can see it's not perfect. We could manually fix the kerning and things like that, but we pretty much have a font now. Ish, sort of. I could spend time fixing this. I feel like maybe no. Maybe I shouldn't. You could also come in here and see it and adjust the, whoop. Oh, I can adjust the scale. Oh, I could adjust the width. Let's see if I do it to 500. Oh, just kidding. Opposite. Let's do 600. Okay. Oh, I would have to resave it. Okay. But anyway, you guys get the point. Yay, we did it. Woo! I would love to add a couple of like little glyph options. So if you guys want to make some decisions, would you like to see, Cody, if we can get a poll up there, an 8-ball of like some flames or like some sparkles? And while you guys are voting, I'm going to fix this because it looks crazy. So firstly, I want to, let's put everything on the same level and make sure that everything is the same height. Since the R was like the original one that I based everything else off of, that's what I'm going to, whoops. That's going to be like my template, so to speak, you know? And that is way too tall. We could do like this. Okay, great. Gorge. Oops. And I'm pretty much just like measuring these up against each other. Like that's, whoops, that's all that I'm doing. Again, if I was doing this like, I guess like in a more professional setting versus me creating this just for myself for fun, to play around with, this project would look different, but, you know, to create an entire font in an hour is kind of pushing it, you know? Okay, we got the S. Let's fix the E. The E is just doing the most, and I think way too much, if you ask me. Can, like, bring that in quite a bit. Whoop. And bring this in quite a bit as well. Same here. The C I'm okay with. We could get rid of that. The A has got to be fixed. I don't know what's going on here. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of that. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to change this to just another color so we can see the difference. There's only one right answer, folks. E in general does too much. Very look at me coded. Wow, you're not wrong at all. It's so very look at me coded. Easy way for me to fix this. Doo-doo. And then, like, let's just do that. Like, what am I making myself miserable for? You know? And then I can grab this and use it for later. So I'm gonna do this. Whoops, get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then take this and put it, oh, let's do object path, offset path, but like 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Right, okay, perfect. Let's see if that works. No, that doesn't. Maybe this will work. Yeah, that'll work. What I did there is took the path that wasn't working the way I wanted it to and then just offset it on like a tiny, tiny, tiny scale so it barely did anything. And yeah, that's what I did. Does this look good? Do you guys like this A? I think I hate it. Wow, I think I hate this A. I know. I think it goes like this instead. I think this is how it works instead. Something's wrong. Something's wrong, people. There we go. And then bring this in. Okay, fixed it. Everything's good. Everything's perfect and fine. Everything's amazing. There's nothing wrong at all. You guys ever had anything wrong? I haven't. Everything's perfect. Okay. Just change that to the blue. And I think we got it, right? Let's get rid of this S. I think we got it. Okay. Let's put everything back on the same plane, same line, except for this. This will go in the middle. There's something wrong with this S, but it's fine. O is doing what E thinks she's doing. E is a pick-me girl. O knows what she's doing. You know what I think, though, actually? Speaking of O knowing what she's doing, imagine, hear me out. Wait, no, hear me out. I think this is who E wants to be. This is who E wants to be so bad. Oh, she wishes. Should we make this her? Right now we have Sparkles winning. Chat, can you just drop in yes or no if this should be the new E? Like, her or her? Let me put them next to each other, actually. I know we're not supposed to pin women against each other, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta when it comes to the alphabet. Okay. Oh, my friend Robinson is here. Hey, Robinson. Nice to see you. Sparkles, looks like Sparkles is winning by far. We only have 11 votes. Can we get 2 more for lucky number 13? Or, you know what, actually, what's cool about Fontself is that you can have alternatives. So, yes on the new E. Okay, Kyle wants the new E. Kyle gets what Kyle wants. Let me show you guys something cool. First, I'm going to redo all this, right? Okay, so we're redoing the C, and it's going to say, oh, do you want to replace it or create an alternate? I'm going to replace. We're going to replace all of these because we fixed them. So replace, R, replace, O, replace, T, replace. This is how I do the alphabet from now on. Plus, replace, Z, replace. Okay. Replace. Now I'm going to grab this E. And Fontself is going to be like, girl, you already have an E. Do you want to replace it? And I'm going to say, yeah. But then I'm going to bring this E in. And they're going to say, girl, do you want to replace it? And I'm going to say alternate. Now look what happened. Oh, I'll show you after, actually. Look, I can switch it. Now it's an open type font. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. Did we do Z? We did Z. Did we do S? We didn't do S. And we didn't do A. Let's do S, replace, and A, replace. Great. Control Z is, whoa, self care. Amazing. I'm gonna have to fix the let's see, let's make the width 400 on this. No, even less. Make it like 300, I think. I think that makes sense. I know it looks small, but it's like rounded, you know? And maybe, or maybe we make it a bit taller. We go like that for her. We do E. Oh, do you guys hear Stanley? Just make it an alternate, and we will get rid of this first alternate. Delete glyph. Okay. Sparkles wins. I know industry expects us to do these font jobs in a couple of days, but what's the longest you took to create a font? Or do you have a font that you baby and endlessly try to improve? So my job technically is not font designer. The fonts that I create, I haven't sold. I do create lettering and I create typography pieces, but I will not take on a full-blown typography job they're like, oh, we need this in 2 days and you need to create a whole font. Unless they want to pay me $18 billion, I'm good. Also, I am so glad that you guys chose the sparkles because, as you know, I'm obsessed with the star tool. I am the star girl. That is what I am calling myself. So thank you. And all we need to do with this is drag it here. Oh my God. Sorry if you hear Stanley choking. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by. Ah! I think, let's get rid of this. Delete clip. Let's make this a little smaller, or a lot smaller, because that was not to scale at all. And make that go out. Okay. Let's try this now. Any character. And let's make this, I don't know, an alternate for the plus key. Let's move that up here. Oh, an alternate for the plus. Alternate. So now we could change that to little star. Isn't that cute? Overturf Design Studio, Steven, my dude. Font making can be done over years. Yeah, so that is true. The Tiffany & Co. typeface family took 3 years. That is crazy. Amal says hi. Hello, Amal. Morgan is here. Hello, Morgan. New E. You guys love the new E. Okay. So, oh, we're running out of time. Crazy. I don't know what that is. I am going to now re-save this. So we're gonna save. Riders of the Night OTF. Save. Replace. I want to replace it. Let's see. Did it change it? What happened? Oh, I didn't change the, did I? Wait. Hold on. Let's do Control plus... Did it update? It didn't update. What is going on? Okay, hold on. Let's do save. Riders of the Night. We'll do save. Oh, I don't think I reinstalled it. Okay, let's try that. Replace. Uh-oh, what did I do? Or did I not? Man, something happened. Okay, let's try this again. Save. Riders of the Night 2. Save. Riders of the Night, open saved font. Let's do... Where did it go? Oh my gosh. Riders of the Night 2. We'll do replace. Skip. Okay. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try this one more time. I did not play around with the what is it? I didn't play around with the kerning, the smart or advanced kerning. I forgot to do that. Oh my gosh, we are done. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I was so into it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making decisions. I will be back next week again in Adobe Illustrator. And Aditya, you can hit me up on Instagram at @chickofalltrade. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being patient with me. Love you. Bye.